Hello guys! Today I will be discussing about endogenic processes and Earth's layers. So first, what is endogenic processes? Endogenic processes are geomorphic processes with energy sources originating from Earth's interior. So these processes are those that happens beneath our Earth's surface, where heat and energy forces combines together and causes landforms, like mountains, hills, valleys, and a lot more. Understanding how these processes shape and alter different landforms starts with knowing the nature of Earth's layers. Earth's layers are made up of different materials and behave differently. So scientists have decided to classify Earth's layers into two, which are the compositional layers and the mechanical layers. Let us first tackle about the compositional layers. So in compositional, there are three main layers, which are the crust, the mantle, and the core. Now, crust is the outermost and thinnest layer of Earth. Its composition is made up of mostly silicon and oxygen. Now, crust has two types, which are the continental crust and the oceanic crust. The continental crust is thicker but is less dense than the oceanic crust. It is made up of rocks that forms the continents. Continental crust is what we are standing on right now. I assume if you are in the Earth. Meanwhile, the oceanic crust is thinner but denser than the continental crust. Now, oceanic crusts are made up of rocks that are beneath the water and holds the ocean. So the next layer is the mantle. This layer lies between the crust and the core, and is considered the thickest layer of Earth. Because compared to the other layers, this layer lies from 70 to 2,900 kilometers thick below the Earth's surface, mostly made up of silicon, oxygen, iron, and magnesium. And lastly, for the next layer is the core. The core is in the center of the Earth. The upper portion of the core is made up of melted iron and nickel, whereas the lower portion is made up of solid iron and nickel. The core is considered as the hottest layer of the Earth, and it has the radius of 3,845 kilometers thick below the Earth's surface. Now moving on to the mechanical layers of the Earth. These layers include the lithosphere, asthenosphere, mesosphere, the outer core, and the inner core. The first layer is the lithosphere. The lithosphere is the outermost layer of Earth. It is composed of the crust and the upper portion of the mantle. Because this layer is hard, rigid, and less ductile, any movement that will occur may cause cracks or other deformation to appear. If the lithosphere is damaged, it causes cracks. For example, a fault. The next layer is the asthenosphere. This layer is composed of the upper portion of the mantle. The flow of the material is seen in this layer because it is made up of semi-solid materials. The movement is mainly due to the convection currents. In convection, hotter materials from beneath the asthenosphere rise and colder materials within the asthenosphere sink to the bottom. The next layer is the mesosphere. This layer is at the lower part of the mantle. Materials still flow in this layer, but at a much slower rate than the materials in the asthenosphere. So the materials move just as the pace of how your nails grow. So the next layer is the outer core. This layer is made up of flowing liquid materials. So, as what I've said before, it is made up of melted iron and nickel. It is where the lava is. The flow of the metallic materials in this layer caused the formation of Earth's magnetosphere. Finally, we have the last layer, which is the inner core. The inner core is still made up of iron and nickel. The only difference is that the materials in the inner core doesn't flow because it has too much pressure and it doesn't permit the movement of the materials. Also, the inner core rotates in the same direction as the Earth. And that's all for my discussion in today's video. Thank you for watching and I hope you learned something from me today. See you guys around.